What's up everybody? Today we're going to take a look at a couple of new reels and a couple of new lines from Seasir. Let's hit the table, let's check it out. Alright, let's start by doing a couple of lines together. This is a budget-friendly 8-stranded braid that comes in yellow. It's meant to be a smooth line with 4 layers of coating. Comes in 0.6, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, and 4 PE, and has 100, 150, and 300 meter spool options. So that could be a good budget option for some of you guys. And the packaging looks pretty cool too, doesn't it? Anyway, let's look at the other line. All right, now this is the Bullmax. Another sick looking packaging. This has got to be the best looking packaging I've ever seen for a braided line. Now it comes in 300 meter spools. They start from 0.8 and they go up to PE 6. So this stuff is more for your heavier saltwater fishing, I would say predominantly. And it is multicolored. So every 10 meters, there's a different color. There's 5 colors. And this would be a good affordable option for your saltwater fishing. So I'm going to be putting this on one of the reels I'm going to show you right about now. Don't forget to please drop a comment and a like and set a hook in that subscribe button. Okay, so this is the box for the reel I'm going to show you right now. It is the Contra Max. Have a quick look at the box. I've taken the reel out of the box. It's the 4,000 size. It doesn't just come in 3 and 4. It actually comes in 5 and 6,000 also, but I suppose they might have a bigger box for that. All metal. Have a look at some specs there. 9+1 ball bearings, 5.7:1 gear ratio, and it has 20 kgs of drag. The bigger boys have 25 kgs of drag, and the gear ratio is a little slower on the big boys. So that is the box. Pretty nice looking box. We'll put that to the side. And in the box, it comes with a felt bag. So if you want to transport the reel, keep it looking nice, you can put it in that. All right, so here is the reel, the Contra Max 4,000 size. Now, obviously, it's got a power handle here. Let's take a quick look at the reel. We'll do a little bit of a 360. Predominantly silver, a little bit of gunmetal. There's gunmetal color there. Most of the knob is gunmetal color. Handle is gunmetal, whereas this is more of a silver. The body is mostly silver, few gunmetal accents. But let's take a look at some of the play in the knob. There's a little bit of play there, but I would say nothing more than average. Give it a spin, that's fun. It's obviously got a ball bearing in there, spins very nicely. We'll stop that, it goes forever. Have a look at the play in here. There's minimal play there. There's a little bit of play, but it's fairly minimal. Have a look at the sounds, or let's have a listen to the sounds rather. Pretty muted, I would say, with the drag knob. Let's have a listen to the drag sounds. Obviously, like I say in a lot of videos, this is going to sound a little bit different when line is peeling off because, you know, I'm gripping onto it. It's dampening the sound a little bit, but you can definitely hear what it's going to sound like. That nice tinging sound. That ringing sound. So that's really good. Bay alarm. Whoa. I like to check the bay alarm if it moves over in all positions because I know some of them are kind of a little bit on the sticky side. So it's a clicking bay alarm. Pretty quick recovery there. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be an issue at all. And it's also got a anti-reverse. So you can flick that there. Goes back and forth. Flick it over and it stops. And there doesn't seem to be any... Sometimes there's sticking points in these where like there's certain spots on the handle where it will sort of go back about 1 centimeter or so, but that seems fine. Smoothness. I mean, it's a big reel. It's not going to be as buttery smooth or as low resistance as some smaller reels because there's a lot more weight for it to turn with the rotor. But all in all, like, it doesn't feel like it's got any particular like kinks in it or anything like that. Give this a rip, see how it goes. There we go. We'll pop this off. We'll have a quick look underneath, and then we'll have a look at the other reel. So pop this off. This is meant to be you know, a saltwater reel. It's got a lot of saltwater resistance. Pop that off. See, it's got a gasket underneath there, like a rubber gasket. Big spool. That's got a gunmetal color there. Nice and deep. This one, does it say what the line is on there? It says 0.25 millimeters, 315 meters, and 0.27, 270, or 0.3, 220. Now I got a line that is about, the Bullmax is something like maybe 0.28, I believe. So I intend to try and put that full 300 meters on this, and hopefully I can try and target some bigger fish, maybe off the beach. That's definitely something I want to try and do in the future. But if we have a look at that, there's the drag clicker assembly, I guess you would call it. What gives it that nice tinging sound. Have a look under here. It's got this nice thick, what do you call that? Whatever it's called. Got some waterproofing there, bearing there. There's the clicker. And yeah, there's some additional waterproofing. And yeah, it's nice and smooth. Anyway, let's check out the BFS reel. All right, so here is the Cast Pro. It's a very interesting reel, BFS reel, small, lightweight reel, but it's got a couple of interesting things about it. Have a quick look at the box. Metal frame, P series. Now P series, it seems like Seasir have a P or Pro series of reels. A little bit more expensive than their budget options, but a little bit more premium. So that's what we like to see. We've got the Seasir logo there and Ultralight there. So that is that. Nothing else comes in the box. I mean, apart from the instructions and the bubble wrap and that type of thing. Let's take a look at the reel. Here it is. Nice colors, gunmetal, very nice. We'll have a look at the play and the knobs. Now we've got these, you know, TPE style knobs that you see on a lot of reels. See how much play there is in that bad boy. It's a fraction of play. If you wanted to, you could throw in one shim there. And this one, probably a little bit less play than the first one. You might be able to throw a shim in that, but it might be too thick. But yeah, there's not a lot of play in this one. In and out play here. Let's take a look. Yeah, not much at all actually. That's good. Let's have a look at this clicker. Haven't really played with this reel. I mean, I got it out and had a look at it for a couple of minutes, but that's about it. This is pretty much your first impressions. So it has a good range of motion. You know, some reels don't really have a great range of motion like the High Star Aurora Air did in the early days, but you got that fixed. That seems to be fine. Let's have a look at the spool tension knob. Is it clicking? Okay, there's a bit of play there. It's clicking. So in between all the clicks, the knob moves around, but that's fine. When you move it, what I like to do is take a look at the spool. So we'll get some of that riding there on the spool. See how I'm moving it, but it's not moving the spool. So that's good, because I've noticed some of them, if you give them a little wiggle, it can still move the spool. Maybe if we crank it up a little bit more, you can see, yeah, if it's tight, oh, we can't twist it there now, but yeah, doesn't really move it too much. All right, well, let's take a look at the reel. Got the side plate there. Cast Pro looks nice, looks clean, looks professional. We've got the minimum brake setting. Let's see how much this spool spins, because the thing about this reel is that it's got full ceramic bearings on the side plate and on the spool itself. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. And we'll just adjust the spool tension knob just so there's a little bit of side-to-side play, just so we can give it a spin and use that as a baseline. Okay, I think there's a little bit of play there. All right, click it. Let's see how it goes. Brakes are on 0. Okay. Reasonably good. Let's see how strong these brakes are. I got a feeling these brakes are super strong. Nice click on that. Wow. So let's try and get the graphic there so you can see the writing. Just does a few rotations. Let's put it down to halfway. Put it there. Let's just see. Wow, the brakes are pretty strong on this reel. Be interesting. Might need to remove a magnet. I don't know. We'll have a look. We'll obviously test this out. But all in all, the build quality seems very nice. And it's a really nice looking reel. It's also got 11+1 ball bearings. Says it right there. And there's a Seasir logo, enjoy fishing. And underneath, interestingly enough, it's got the retrieve per turn, 71 centimeters. So that's good. I mean, gear ratio is one thing, but you know, this is what matters, how much line you pick up per turn of the handle. Well, let's have a look at the spool. We'll pop off the side plate here. It's been a while since I've done a bait casting reel unboxing, so I'm a little bit rusty, but we'll pop this off. Is this a, I don't think this is a twist job. It's a pop straight out. Come on, there we go. And have a look there. They're those strong NS magnets that they talk about in their marketing. And I don't know, we'll obviously see what it's like stock, and then because we like to throw light lures here, we may need to remove some. Maybe we can, you know, just for symmetry purpose, got that S1 on the top there and the N1 on the bottom, maybe remove those two, see how it goes. Let's have a look at the travel, because you know, I've noticed 1 or 2 reels, when you adjust the dial, there isn't a full amount of travel on the magnets. Like, you know, some reels you adjust and after halfway they don't move anymore. So you can probably see there, that looks around about maybe 2.5 millimeters below the lip here, halfway or so, and then all the way to the top, and it's flush. So no issues there. As you can see inside there, it's white. It's a full ceramic bearing, so that's super interesting. Yeah, definitely looking forward to using this reel and that other reel, because they're sort of not, they've got sort of different properties compared to other stuff that I've got. So that's going to be interesting. Let's take a look at the spool. Weighed the spool before. It is a 5.1 gram spool. As you can see there, it's got a ceramic bearing. So that's kind of interesting, but as you can see, it's pretty deep. If we can get that to focus, and the light, it holds a 1P1, 145 meters, 1.2, 120, and 1.5, 100. So I'm not going to be putting 1.5 on this. I don't know. I'm probably going to put, maybe I'll try and squeeze, you know, 150 meters of 1.0 on there or whatever, or maybe a tad less. But probably the intention for this is maybe put it on one of these longer rods that I like to use for saltwater fishing, maybe the Pure Lure Zero. All right, guys, as always, links are going to be in the description for these guys. Really looking forward to using these. Going to be using hopefully these in the next couple of weeks and get a video up. Maybe I might set up 2 rods and take both of them with me and do both at the same time. But yeah, really looking forward to using these. The quality, as always with Seasir, seems really good, and the price point is very good too. So hopefully they really kick ass and you guys can pick them up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.